Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United live preview. Tonight, of course, we're going to be previewing the Manchester United versus Watford game, which is going to be happening tomorrow, 5:30 kickoff, just so you guys know. I think in the UK it's on BT Sport, but I guess you can just stream it. But enough of that. You guys know what's going down. If you guys want to let have your thoughts and have your say, because every voice on this channel gets heard, leave your thoughts in the live chat, and of course, leave a like if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers, so you know, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. We've already got a few people coming in. Welcome, Angelis Nikolov. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. If you are new, please do subscribe to the channel. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But thank you very much, and it's great to see you're watching from Macedonia. I'm not sure how far away that is, but it's great commitment. So thank you very much for watching from there, and it's great to see all the people I have kind of watching from around the world. It's really humbling to see. So thank you very much for watching. And leave a like if you haven't already as well. Welcome Asian Gamer, of course, and welcome Dazzler's Football Stand. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for joining. As I said, if you haven't already, please do leave a like. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But we're going to get straight into it. Now, yesterday I did my lineup prediction. No, the day before, I think, I did my lineup prediction, which you can check out on the channel. If you want to see my lineup and a bit more of a tactical look at, you know, a bit more of a tactical look at the game rather than just my, raw thoughts on it. In this stream, it's just going to be, raw discussion, just my raw thoughts, no technical bullshit, just me saying what I think is going to happen, and, none of the tactical stuff. But if you do like that sort of side of it, go and check out my tactical preview and my lineup preview I did it's on the channel right now, so go and check it out. Cheers, Angelis, by the way. Cheers, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Asian Gamer says, share it on Twitter. Yep, obviously I've shared the stream out. If you guys want to check me out on Twitter as well, my link is in the description down below. And if you want to go check out all the other channels as well whilst you're down there, I would really recommend checking out all the channels in the links in the description down below. So go check them out. Matthew Jones, welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. Yes, I do. I know they'll be going live at 9 PM UK time with their own preview for this game, which is going to be great. So if you want to go check out United lads, link in the description down below for their preview. Also, I was on Dazzler's Football Stand. I was on Dazzler's preview earlier today, so I'd really appreciate if you went and checked that out. It's up on Dazzler's channel in the link in the description down below. But we're going to get started. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the opponents, Watford, because I don't think on these streams I really give our opponents much airtime. And I think Watford, the way they've started the season, they do deserve a mention. So they've won 4 out of 4, and they look really good. They do look good. I think their main threat at this moment in time is Roberto Pereira. Now, when he first came to Watford, a lot was made of him. Everyone thought he could have been a decent signing, but he wasn't someone who was going to absolutely, kind of be an absolute talisman, or he wasn't going to be someone who everyone was looking to as, oh, he's going to be a superstar. Everyone thought, oh, that's a decent signing, but they didn't really, no one expected him to start the season like he has done. He looks really, really good, Roberto Pereira, and I think he's going to be one of our main threats, as well as their fullback, Holebas. Now, I think a lot of you guys will know about Holebas. He's been Watford's fullback ever since they've got into the Premier League after their spell in the Championship, and he has the most assists out of any player in the Premier League, so far. So, I mean, Holebas again looks like he's going to be a threat, but I think there's a few kind of threats that we need to stifle if we are going to win this game. And of course, Troy Deeney. Who can forget Troy Cojones Deeney? And he does seem to love scoring against Manchester United, whether it's a penalty. And he is in red hot form at the moment as well. So, again, we're going to have to look out for Troy Deeney. So I say those are the 3 main threats for us. And I think Watford, the way they're playing, we need to look out for them. And they play really aggressive football. And especially at Vicarage Road with the fans behind them, they play really aggressive football. And they're going to be pressing us really high. They know that, obviously, against Brighton and against Spurs, we showed a lot of weaknesses. And they're going to want to exploit them. So, yeah. few of you join. Welcome Rasmus, one Man United fan stand as well. One guys, thanks for joining. If you aren't already, as Asian Gamer says, smash that like button. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Asian Gamer says, can you man check out my channel? I can finally stream again. Oh yeah, well I'll check out your channel. Don't worry, mate. I will check out your channel. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out as well, feel free to do so. Oh yeah, I'll be taking calls in I'm not sure when, probably about kind of 15-20 minutes into the stream. Basically when I've run out of things to say and I want you guys to have your say. But obviously if you do want to call in, my Skype's in the description down below. But I'll tell you when the phone lines are open. Rasmus, welcome to stream, as I said, thanks for joining. Asian Game says, is the game away or home? The game is away from home at Vicarage Road, so it's going to be very, very difficult. Obviously, we've seen the form they've already been showing at home, beating Spurs 2-1 in their latest result at home, and just in general, Watford have looked really good this season. So even if we were playing them away from home, they're going to be a handful for us. But definitely with their home fans behind them, it's going to be very hostile atmosphere, and you know they're going to really be behind their team, and I think they will definitely respond with the form that they're in. It's going to be such a difficult game for us to get a decent result out of. Of course, you know, we probably go in there with the squad we have and with the players we have and the way we played against Burnley. I guess we go into that game the favourites, but only the slight favourites for me, because Watford, the way they've been playing, have been playing like they are a top 4 side, but. We'll see whether that unravels after the international break. Personally, I don't think they can keep going, but I said the same thing about Leicester when they won the league. So you know, it just shows how wrong you can be sometimes. Rasmus says, can Watford do a Leicester? That's the question. I don't want to see City or Liverpool win it. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think for me, I don't think Watford can. I don't think they have kind of the depth of players, and I just don't think they've got enough players like Jamie Vardy or like Riyad Mahrez, because I think Jamie Vardy and Mahrez, even when they were struggling, were their standout players. And for me, Watford, I don't know, I just can't believe it can happen again, especially to Watford. But you never know, guys, you never know. I guess you could say stranger things have happened in football. Welcome Techman TV, welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining, really appreciate it. Go and check out his channel as well if you like the watch-alongs and podcasts and things, which I also feature on the podcast, and I'm looking forward to the next one as well. So go and check out Techman TV if you want a bit more football content. And also, welcome to Price HD, welcome to stream, man. Thanks for joining. Asian Games says they play 3 home games and won all of them. Yeah, exactly. Their home form this season has been absolutely fantastic. Our home form, not so much, but obviously we're playing away from home, so maybe that'll help us. But hey ho, I don't know. It's going to be such a difficult game, guys. It's going to be such a difficult game. Keep leaving your thoughts in the live chat, of course. And if you're wondering whether I'm going to say, tell you my lineup, I would tell you my lineup, but I've already done a separate video on it, which you guys can go check out on the channel right now if you want to see my lineup prediction for the game. Techman says Watford to finish higher than Man United. Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, the way it's going right now, it's definitely not. It's definitely a possibility. It really is a possibility. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen. I really hope it doesn't happen. And for me, I think that Watford will probably fall off a bit after the international break. But yeah, and I'm hoping we can start to kick into form. And hopefully it starts tomorrow night against Watford. But yeah, I mean, I tell you what, we've finished. I mean, in the past, I remember watching David Moyes. I think we finished, what, 7th? And I think Watford this season could definitely potentially finish higher than 7th. So, or even 7th. So, I tell you, you know, it could definitely happen. We'll just have to see if we do capitulate ridiculously or if we can kind of hold our own and get back into contention. Welcome, Emma. Welcome to stream, Emma. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate you coming back to the stream. She says, trying to get a new United kit with Pogba printing. I hope he won't leave next season. Yeah, obviously, Paul Pogba's another point which I'm going to get onto, and I think that does segue me on nicely onto the point as well. Just before I make that point, welcome to Fergie United. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Go and check out Fergie United as well. Really, really good live streams. So go and check him out. And yeah, go and you know, leave him a comment, things like that. But yeah, I want to talk about Pogba. Because I think that is obviously, you know, really the main news story for Manchester United. A lot of Man United fans getting on his back. A lot of people, you know, not happy with the comments that he's made, especially towards his future at Manchester United. And I think a lot of United fans are now almost turning on him, you know, saying that obviously he wants to move. And I do agree somewhat. I do think the way he's talking and the way, you know, the way he goes about things, it does seem like he just does want to move away from Manchester United, and he's kind of buying his time. But I don't know. I just feel as if he. I'm almost in denial, because I don't want to say he doesn't want to stay at Manchester United, but I feel like he might want to move away. I feel like it's definitely getting that way for me. But obviously we need to see a good performance from Pogba if he really wants to, you know, shut up all the doubters he has. Tomorrow night against Watford, it's going to be a difficult game. If he can go into that game and play some fantastic football and show the world what he's about, I think that will shut up a lot of doubters. But he can't just do it against Watford tomorrow night. If he does do it, that's great, but he has to do it more consistently in a Manchester United shirt. If he doesn't, then there's no point. There is no point if he doesn't. So, anyway, Fergie United says, great show. Who do you see United playing against Watford? Will it be defensive or will it be attacking from Jose? I think it'll be a bit of both. I think, obviously, the way we played against Spurs and obviously against Burnley, I think a lot of United fans responded well to. So I think Jose Mourinho will want to kind of go out and play a similar style of play. But I think even he'll recognise that the way that Watford have been playing might not warrant an attacking style of play as being the best style of play, the most effective. So I think I'm hoping for a bit of both. I'm hoping we see, you know, good forward play when we are attacking, but also strong defensive play when we are defending, and just keeping solid, because Watford are going to have some decent chances. There's no doubt about it. The way they've been playing, I'm not even going to lie, Watford are going to be all over us at times. But you know, we just have to be able to weather the storm and you know, kind of calm down the home fans. And hopefully we'll get out of that. Welcome Minor Midget 07. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. If you are new here, please do feel free to subscribe. We're trying to get to 400 subscribers, so anything you guys can do will be absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for joining. And welcome Rashford Jawara, by the way. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for joining. And if you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Let's try and hit 10 likes on this stream. The Price HT says, just out of curiosity, if Pogba gets the move to Spain, who would you like to see take his place? Would you like to see Milinkovic-Savic if he does get the move? Well, I think if he does good this season, sorry. Well, it's an interesting point. Obviously, Milinkovic-Savic was heavily linked with Manchester United in the summer transfer window. But I think if Pogba gets the move to Spain, then obviously we have to replace him. I think Pogba is one of those players who is pretty much irreplaceable at Manchester United. So, yeah, I think, yeah, I totally agree. I think that Pogba, yeah, Pogba, we need to replace him. And I think Milinkovic-Savic, I think he would be a decent replacement. I think he would. I mean, obviously, there are other ones. You know, there are other ones which you could potentially go for. But obviously, the transfer window's closed, so I don't really want to think about transfers right now. I just want to see Pogba play well. But yeah, I could potentially see Milinkovic-Savic coming in. But there definitely other ones could arise as well. All right, yeah, of course you've been subscribed for ages. I do apologise, Minor Midget. I do apologise. I do recognise you from previous streams. So thank you very much for joining this stream, pal. Matthew Jones says, hello guys, leave a like if you haven't already. Yeah, totally. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, please do leave a like. That's absolutely fantastic. I do apologise for the noise in the background. Yeah, obviously Daz is saying... There you go, Big O singing in the background. There you go, there's a bit of Big O singing there. Man United fan says, I think Watford 0, United 2. So it's a very, very positive from Man United fans, and I like positivity. With all the kind of negative press around Man United, just get the positivity going. Whether that's going to happen, I'm not sure. For me, I do think that Watford are going to score, and I think that is the unfortunate truth. But I do think Watford are going to score in this game. But yeah. A few more comments coming in. Matthew Jones says, would you start Fred? Now, obviously, since Matic has come back into the team, Jose has definitely favoured Nemanja Matic, and he always does favour Matic. You know, players that he's worked with before and players that obviously Matic was definitely his signing, and players that he's brought in before and worked with before, and players that he thinks are reliable and get the job done, like Matic, he definitely favours. And I do think he will play Fred. No, he will play Matic, but I would like to see Fred in there somewhere, even as a substitute, or potentially starting. I would not mind him starting. Yes, I know Watford's going to be a tough battle, and we do need to have a strong midfield, but in the same way, I do want to, I wouldn't mind seeing Fellaini play. Now, obviously, you guys might think I've lost it. You guys think I might have lost my marbles, but I actually think that Fellaini against Burnley looked really decent, and I think Fellaini playing in there with Pogba on the left and Pogba on the left and Fred on the right gives that creative partnership, and you've got Fellaini and Pogba with a bit of strength in there, so I think that'll be alright, but we'll see what Jose does. I'm pretty sure he's going to play Matic, but I wouldn't mind seeing Fred. Fergie United says, will Jose finally let Martial play? Obviously, with Rashford having the red card, I do think Martial will get a chance off the bench, probably around the 70th minute, because that's when Jose Mourinho seemingly always brings on Rashford, so I do think Martial will get a chance. I don't think he'll start, but I do think he'll be brought on around the 60th, 70th minute, where the annual Tony Martial came from France. The English press said he had no chance. 50 million down the drain. Tony Martial scores again, and hopefully he does score again like he did last season against Watford. A lot of people like the singing. Trust me, that's not going to be every week. Rasmus says, hopefully if Young plays, he will score another Beckhamish free kick. Yeah, I mean, that was really what... I mean, yeah, I think his best game of the season was definitely against Watford. I mean, unbelievable strike for both of his goals. So, yeah, I think, obviously, if Young is probably... I think Young is going to play. Apparently, the medics cleared Luke Shaw to play, but it's whether, Jose is going to play Luke Shaw when he hasn't really been training with the team. So... I don't think Luke Shaw's going to play for me. I think it is going to be Ashley Young. I do agree. But we'll wait and see, obviously. I think a lot of that rhymed, but anyway. Welcome, DLM75. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. If you haven't already, go and check out DLM75. Very, very good channel, so go and check him out. Techman said, do you think Matic has been worth the money? Well, I think it's a good question. I think that... last season, I thought he had some really decent performances, and overall, I would say he looked solid, but in some games, he just, he was anonymous, and, obviously he is a central defensive midfielder. He's not going to, steal the limelight all the time, but for me, I think Matic in some games last season did have to do better, and... in some games, I didn't think he really performed to his potential. But in others, I thought he was absolutely excellent. So again, he's not very consistent. But I do think on his day, he can do a really, really, solid job for us. And I think his job that he does can be very underrated as well. So, yeah. Matthew Jones says, I would start Fellaini. I know it might seem strange, but he seems to bring us more stability in the midfield. Well, yeah, I agree, and I think the way he played against Burnley was absolutely fantastic. If we can get the same out of that against Watford, he can be a really effective asset. And I used to think that he was useless in the midfield, and that I would only want to have Fellaini on the bench and kind of a plan B option, just lumping balls up to Fellaini. But... I mean, this season, he's actually done all right in midfield when he has played. So, maybe against Watford, he might be the right option. We'll see. I think Jose loves Fellaini, as we all know. So, I think he could definitely use Fellaini as a go-to tomorrow night. Anyway, Matthew Jones says, everyone get your score predictions in for Kieran. Yeah, guys. All right, yeah, you guys now, if you are watching, get your score predictions in right now for the game. If you want to know my score prediction, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Manchester United. I do think Watford are going to score, but I think we'll just have enough to overpower them. Although my head is slightly kind of going towards what DLM is saying, a 2-2 draw. I feel like my head is going towards a draw, but my heart is going towards a win. And what I always learn is follow your heart. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Manchester United. Obviously, you guys get your score predictions in. DLM says 2-2. Dazza says 3-2. Rashford here says, Rashford, Herrera, Fellaini drop. Who would you bring in for me, Pereira and Martial start? Well, Pereira is someone we haven't really mentioned in the stream so far. And I think it has been kind of unfortunate for Pereira because he got subbed off at half-time against Brighton. And since then, he hasn't really featured in any of the games. So I think, yeah, I think, I mean, unfortunately, I don't think Pereira's really gonna, you know, get back into the first team. I feel like now Matic is back, and now, obviously, you know, Fellaini is there as well. I think Pereira's gonna find it really difficult. I think he'll definitely play against Derby. I think that's coming up soon as well. Lampard versus Mourinho, obviously. But I think he will definitely play against Derby, and I think that'll be one of his main opportunities to kind of get back into the side. Matthew Jones says, I actually think Fellaini's improved under Mourinho. Thoughts on that? Well, I think the way Mourinho's treated Fellaini and the way he's kind of, you know, evidently kind of put a hand around his shoulder when, you know, the fan base has been slaying him a bit. Yeah, I think he definitely has improved under Mourinho. Whether he, you know, still warrants a place in that Man United team, I'm not sure. But I mean, for me, I think this season, the way he's been playing, if we are going to pick players on their current form, I think Fellaini has to start. Rashford goes with, as I tell King Oles, my predictions is 3-0 United. Decent. 3-0 United. Again, the positivity, I'm loving that. True Mancunian, welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining, I really appreciate it. He goes with a 2-1 win to Watford. Rasmus goes with a 4-0 win for Manchester United. He goes young hat-trick, Fred with his first goal. If that comes true, mate, I'll tell you what, I will actually, if that comes true, I don't know what I'm going to do, because it looks absolutely brilliant. I mean, if that happened, it would just be such a lift as well. Keep getting your thoughts in, guys. I know in the live chat. I'll keep reading your thoughts. But I have got a caller. Darryl, if you want to call in again, mate, because unfortunately I didn't pick it up. But if you do want to call in again, you know, please do feel free to do so. Oh yeah, Darryl, if you want to call in really quickly, obviously, Man United Fan Stand is going to be doing a stream, so if you want to check them out, go check out their preview, which I'll be doing in a few minutes. But yeah, if you want to call in now, Darryl, you know, feel free to do so, and I'll pick up for you, and we can have a very, very quick chat. But as I said, if you guys want to Skype in as well, my Skype is in the description down below. And it's cool. Also, Matthew Jones, you're watching me at school. Obviously, you know, you've got a little bit of a break as well. So, I mean, it's good. I'm happy that you are watching me. So, thank you very much. Appreciate it. But yeah, Darryl, if you want to call in again, mate, feel free to do so. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be such a difficult game, guys. I honestly, I think if you expect us to absolutely batter them, I totally disagree for me, just because the way Watford are playing and the way we look a bit shaky at the back sometimes, I don't see it, to be honest. I really don't see it, but you know, it could happen. You know, it could happen. We sometimes see these games where, you know, you get two teams and you think one's going to absolutely batter the other, and it's going to be a really close game, and it turns out to be an absolute whitewash. Yeah, exactly true, Mancunian. We've got Darryl for a quick chat. Obviously, he is going to be going over to Man United Fan Stand very, very soon. Thank you very much for coming on the channel, Dazza. I do apologise for not taking your call straight away, but we've got you on now for a very quick chat. I'm just going to ask you quickly, how do you think the game's going to go tomorrow?
We're known for playing cack at Watford. As I said to you earlier, it's one of our bogey grounds, and if we don't play up to we could so easily lose. Oh my God! Right, I think I'm still on. Right. Now, did you catch what I said?
Yeah, cool. You said yeah.
Right. I said if we don't play to the full potential, we'll probably lose. But like I said, it's a tough game. And obviously, Luke Shaw's not going to be available, so it's going to be tough. So, you know, I think without Luke Shaw, we'll struggle. But I'd say that we've got other players who can actually show their good talent. And obviously, oh my God. Damn, I keep getting calls coming through.
It's all going off. It's all going off.
Oh, right, let me get on. Oh, this is an absolute nightmare. Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely see what you're saying. I mean, obviously,
yeah.
You know, I mean, I mean, Watford we have struggled. We really have struggled. Obviously, in Mourinho's first season, we lost 3-1. I think last season, obviously, we won 4-2. But the way Watford are playing, they could have, if Jesse Lingard didn't get that goal at the end, they could have easily drawn that game. And it's just about, for me, it's just about us staying solid throughout the game, keeping our concentration, and realising the threat of Watford, because they do carry such a big threat. And recently we haven't really exactly been defensively sound. So if we can just sort out our defence and be a bit more composed, and take our chances as well when they come to them, because I don't think we're going to create too many chances. But if we take the chances we get when they come to us, we'll win the game, and that's simple.
I think when you look at the Watford squad and you look at the skills that they have, they are, as I say, they're an informed team, and that's the issue. If you don't, as I say, if you don't play up to the full potential, you're going to get beat. And Watford are a team that you don't mess about. They're joint top of the league for a reason. They haven't had as easy a start as United. Right? They have had a lot of difficult teams to come up against. Spurs, for instance, even though we came up against them, they've had other tough teams to play against, and yet they've managed to win them. We're a bigger club than Watford, but we're not showing why we're a bigger club. The way we're playing at the minute is absolute cack. And if we don't improve, I don't know where the hell we're going to finish at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it is. We have to improve. We do have to improve the way we play. Finally, just because I know you have to get away quite soon. What is your score prediction for this game?
A score prediction? Well, I don't think it's going to be. It's not going to be an easy game by any means. Everyone knows it's going to be pretty tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a feisty old affair, and I think we'll struggle. And we will concede. I think we'll concede about possibly 1 or 2. I mean, for me, I've gone for a score prediction. I've gone for a score prediction that, if United are going to win, it's not going to be a comprehensive victory by any means. It's going to be tight. And I've gone for United 3, Watford 2, because I think when you look at both teams, they're both evenly matched. In talent-wise, not points-wise, mind. And I think with the international break, fitness fatigue comes in, especially with Watford, because I've noticed in a couple of international breaks, their fitness and their team start to drop downhill. United have dropped downhill since the second game of the season, but like I say, we're slowly increasing, and I think if we apply tons and tons of pressure on Watford, I think they're going to absolutely, as I say, they're going to fall to bits, aren't they? So, yeah, I've gone for 3-2 because I don't think it'll be a comprehensive victory.
Well, thank you very much for calling in, Darryl. Appreciate it. 3-2. I'll take that all day long right now. And as I said, go and check out Daz's Football Stand as well. Yeah, go and check out Daz's Football Stand. Also, guys, if you haven't already, please do feel free to leave a like on the stream as well. That'd be absolutely brilliant if you haven't already. But yeah, I mean, obviously Darryl going there with a 3-2 victory. I mean, I'll definitely take that all day long. But yeah, obviously he's going to be, he's going to be now on Man United Fan Stand. If you want to go subscribe to Man United Fan Stand, incidentally, then go and check them out in the link in the description down below, as well as all the other channels. So go and check them out. Welcome, Nick. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. He says 2-1 to Watford. Sorry, that's what I think. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. You have your own opinion, and I feel like that could definitely happen. So yeah, Watford are looking really good, and the way we're playing, you never know what the result's going to be. So yeah, 2-1 to Watford seems pretty realistic to me. So yeah, don't worry about it. He also says my team Ipswich have had problems at Watford, hard ground to win at. Yeah, I mean they've got a great support. They really they've got a great home support, and they're going to be right behind the team. There's no doubt about that. So we're gonna have to really be resolute. We're gonna have to take our chances when they come, and kind of weather the storm a bit. And that's what we're gonna have to do to win. Going away from home is never easy in the Premier League. So, and especially going to Watford in the form they're in. it's probably the worst time to go. So hopefully after the international break, they've kind of gone down a bit in quality. But we'll see, won't we? We'll see. This season he has been cack. Yeah, I know. He has been a bit cack, as Darryl would say, obviously. But yeah, obviously, guys, keep leaving your thoughts in the live chat as well. But I think it's going to be a really tough game for us. I think it's going to be a really dogged game. I think it'll be a good game for the neutral to watch. I think two teams which really are, at different points in the season, different points in terms of their development. Obviously, Watford are flying high at the moment, and we're not. I wouldn't say we're down the dumps, but I feel like we're kind of in the middle. We're kind of in the middle, and we shouldn't be there. We shouldn't be there, and it's definitely two different states of mind, two different scenarios for the teams that are playing each other. So it's going to be a very fascinating game from a neutral point of view. Hopefully, from a Manchester United point of view, we pick up the win. And as I said, my score prediction is a 2-1 victory to Manchester United. If I was going to say who's going to get the goals, I would go with Lukaku, and I'd go with Jesse Lingard as well, because he does seem to do well at Watford away, especially last season when he scored. I think it was definitely nominated for one of our goals of the season, but yeah. It's going to be a good game, guys. It is going to be a good game. And I think if we can get the best out of some of the players that we haven't been, such as Sanchez and Pogba, if those two can play together tomorrow well, I think we'll get the win. Because if we've got players like Sanchez, Lukaku, Pogba, Martial, these sorts of players, if they just play to the best of their abilities, they can be unstoppable. But we just can't get that. We can't seem to get that. So if we can keep our defence solid, we can keep it compact, and we can get the best out of our players, we'll win the game. There's no doubt about it. As I said, if you haven't already, go and check out as well the tactical preview I did on the channel that I uploaded a few days ago, so go and check that out. Also, please do leave a like on this stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new. But I'm probably going to leave it there. I think that's enough said for the preview. If you want more of my thoughts, go and check me out on Twitter, and I'll be tweeting stuff and things like that. I'm not sure if I'll be doing a watch-along. I probably won't be doing a watch-along, but I will be doing a match review straight after the game, so stay tuned for that as well. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very exciting game. So happy that Premier League football is back instead of the boring international friendlies that was on. I mean, that was one of the most boring games, the England-Switzerland friendly. It was so bad. But we're back with Premier League football. It's going to be a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. I'm hoping for the win. 2-1 victory. Lukaku and Lingard with the goals. You heard it here first. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, of course, if you are new. And I'll see you guys in the next one.